Little update since I've been gone for a while. So these are the flowers we planted in one of those videos I did. And then here you can see the ones on the other side. And we got the ones out here by the tree. Come on, come on. Those. We got the ones by the mailbox. And we got these over here on the other tree. Come on, come on. And then we got these over here by the bush. So yeah, all of them doing good. The pond I built looks a little rough. I haven't been maintaining it, but we did put some fish in here. So I'm gonna try to see if y'all can see them. Put some food in there. I think it's like some goldfish and some koi fish in here. There go one right there, eating the food. There go a lot of them over here. So I had to move this turtle inside because the other one ran away. So I named her Loyalty, and she's in a 40 gallon right now, as y'all can see. My mom bought this baby turtle, and then it's the other one. I think that's the Shadow. But yeah, that's Centennial in June. I named those two girls. One of them Centennial, one June, because my mom was working at Centennial Park on Juneteenth. So yeah, that's where they get their names from. To the American Psychiatric Association, depression is a common and seriously medical illness that negatively affects how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. It says depression causes feelings of sadness and or loss of interest in activities you once enjoyed, and it can also lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems, and can decrease your ability to function at work and at home. So like some common symptoms that like most people would notice are like feeling sad or having a depressed mood, loss of interest or pleasure in activities you once enjoyed, changes in appetite, trouble sleeping or sleeping too much, or you have like extreme fatigue, feeling worthless or guilty, you can't focus, or you have difficulty thinking or concentrating, or like thoughts of death or suicide. Some things that attribute to this is like genetics. Depression can run in families. Personality, or like people with low self-esteem are easily overwhelmed by stress, or environmental factors such as like exposure to violence, neglect, abuse, or poverty may make some people vulnerable to depression. Is you less optimistic than other, and they say there's a theory that people with depression may display a trait called depressive realism, which means that they can be more accurate in the view of events and the control they have of the other events than people without depression. And this is probably because you don't really see the good end, or you don't have no hope for nothing. You just be real with the situation, but that's not always a good thing. Another one is disinterest in hobbies. So it's like you just have a disinterest in activities that you used to and you always enjoy. Like say if you like to skate and somebody offers you to go skating, but you don't want to go because you just down on yourself. That's probably a sign of depression that you don't even realize, because that's your hobby. So of course you would be interested in doing it, but since you're depressed, you don't even want to do it. They say it's some physical pains such as headaches or chronic pains, digestive problems, or you're angry or irritable. Like many people don't associate anger because you think it's just sadness that comes with depression, but these mood changes are not usual. And instead of appearing sad, some people with hidden depression may display like you irritable, or you're angry, or you just got a quick fuse. Like anything that happens, you're already irritated and you're not normally like that. Low sex drive. You know, sometimes you don't want to get in it. That's if you know you had a normal or high sex drive and now you got a low sex drive, that may be depression, or you might be depressed in your relationship. Know what I mean? Not funny though. Like when I made this video, or I thought to make it, I really thought about people like in my age group, or like a little bit younger, like 18 to 25, because I feel like it's like a stigma with that age group. Like it's not cool to be depressed, or like it's not cool to be depressed, but like it's nothing wrong with being depressed. Like, cause life, like I think in this time, like everybody is kind of like fake happy or like everybody want to fake a certain way, but it's just like I was comfortable enough to tell like what's going on with me, because maybe I can help somebody else who don't feel as comfortable or they want to get help, or like, I don't know, something like that. So excuse me. If you think you have a loved one who has hidden depression, things you can do to help them are encourage them to seek treatment. Like, I know a lot of people don't think that's like legit, because like you don't want to talk to nobody who just random, but I feel like if they go to school for it, I mean, sometimes just talking to somebody will make you feel better, and they can probably give you some tips that help you. You can offer to accompany them to the appointment so they'll feel comfortable like with it, we're going because you're there. You can plan enjoyable activities together. I mean, sometimes it's hard to get people who are depressed like to come out because they don't want to do it, but like if you got to be persistent with it and almost drag them out, just try, because you never know what they're going through. Exercising is a good way. Like, even if y'all just take a walk down the street, or like Stone Mountain or something like that, that's cool. Encouraging them to socialize with others. I mean, sometimes that's not always the best thing to me, but I think like about that age group, I said, like, I feel like besides depression, another thing that we go through is anxiety. So I just want to talk about that for a little bit too. So according to the APA, they define anxiety as an emotion characterized by the feeling of tension, worried thoughts, and physical changes like increased blood pressure. So basically what that is just like, say like in certain situations you just feel like you just feel your body going through something, like your breathing, it's just like you get nervous. It's kind of like it's just like a feeling of worry. You're always worried or you're nervous, but it's like in certain situations when you just be laying down and you just be having bad anxiety. Like, causes of anxiety are like restlessness and a feeling of being on edge, uncontrollable feelings of worry, increased irritability, concentration difficulties, sleep difficulties such as falling or staying asleep. So basically, like, I know a lot of people, like, you worrying about the future, and that's kind of like anxiety, because you just restless and you always feel like you're on edge. You feel like you got to get everything done right now, and that's why I feel like for the group that I was talking about, 18 to 25, is like a lot of people have it, but they don't realize it, because like we see everything on social media and stuff, and we see how other people have it, so we start to get anxiety and want to speed stuff up and like rush how we doing our life. But you just gotta look at what you can control. I always tell people, like, look at what you can control at the moment right there, and like just try to go through every day, like, and get better that day. Like, of course you want to look at long-term stuff and still try to get better toward the future, but at the same time you can only control now what you can control. So it's just like, if you over worry yourself so much, you'll just bypass what you're doing right now and you'll end up messing yourself up. Some like advice I have for anxiety, or like how to deal with it, is like, you have to first learn the triggers so you can know how to limit them and manage your stress. Have some like relaxation techniques, or like have something you like to do that calms you down, whether it's like music, drawing, like I said, going for a walk again. Have a support network, like have somebody to talk to that's familiar with you, that you can talk to. I mean, like, I know it's hard to find, but somebody. Okay, so I'm gonna ask my mom a question, so hopefully, like, parents, if they watch this video, they'll know, or they'll have a pointer to go to. So Mom, how do you think parents can do better in detecting like depression if their kid don't talk to them, or like maybe they don't notice they have it? Like, what can parents do?
Well, you definitely can pay more attention to your child or your children. Know their patterns, know when they're sad and when they're not acting like themselves. A lot of young people don't talk anyway to their parents, but they will to some extent. So sometimes you have to be kind of pushy, if you want to use that word. You have to be vigilant and just, like I said, know their patterns, and you'll know if they've changed. Like, you'll know if they're not acting like themselves, and you have to don't think that they'll come to you, or that you can just like be nonchalant about it. You have to keep asking them what's wrong and try to get them to talk to you. And it's no harm in asking them if they want to talk to someone else too, like a professional counselor or something like that.
Wanted to inform people of like what's going on with them, or like what's going on with a lot of people our age, because a lot of people are ashamed of it, like it's not normal, because they don't think a lot of other people is going through it. But since I'm went through it and I'm currently still going through it, I feel like I'll take it on myself to make the video, and hopefully I can inform somebody, help somebody, or like, I don't know, just reach somebody to stop them from doing something what they going through, or even like taking their own life or something like that, just how bad it'll get. So like, of course, I thought it would be more relatable if I told a personal story about how I was going through stuff and like stuff I did, cause like just reading y'all information off a website might not register with everybody, or like it won't seem like I know what I'm talking about. And I'm not saying I'm 100% knowledgeable in the situation, know what I'm talking about, but I mean, I've been through it, so yeah. So I'll say like during the start of the pandemic, I started to notice, well, I didn't really notice, but I just say that's when it started for me, like the depression and stuff. So I quit my job, because basically I was just tired of working up there. And after that, I just started being at home a lot. And then like slowly, like with less responsibilities and I had more time on my hand, I'll just say like I was just in the house a lot playing the game. And then I'll say like I also started to lose like a lot of friendships and stuff. But I don't really think that had nothing to do with depression. I just felt like I just couldn't focus off, cause like, what you doing? You trying me, blah blah. But that ain't their platform, man. Anyway, so like it's hard for me to even like go all the way back. I just know like all the signs I read to y'all was like stuff I was doing. Like I ain't had no interest in stuff that I normally like to do. I wasn't going out no more with people. Like I wouldn't say I was being a bad friend on purpose, but like the stuff was just wearing on me to where like I didn't want to communicate with nobody or hang with nobody and stuff. But nobody really knew what I was going through, and I didn't even know for real. Cause I'm thinking like I'm not depressed or nothing, because it felt normal. Like to be on the outside looking at somebody, you can tell like, oh yeah, they did say that. But when you actually going through it, it's like you won't realize until a year down the road or 2 years. And that's kind of how long it was for me. I say like almost a year maybe. Like especially like I noticed like the relationship like in my house wasn't good, like with my mom and stuff. Cause like if anybody know like me and my mom, we always been like close like that. But like me and her, I just felt like I just didn't want to be around her. So I would literally stay in my room. I've been staying in my room like all day. Like I would do that for like a year straight. But like nobody really noticed nothing, because like I was playing the game, so it kind of looked normal. But like, and I wasn't communicating nothing, like my mom said, like folks don't communicate. But honestly, I feel like I don't really know how to communicate it. Like I can write down what's going on. I know what's in my head going on. But if I try to express it out loud, I don't know what to say, or it'll come out weird. That's why I never really thought to talk to nobody professional or nothing like that. But yeah, so that's when I kind of knew I was depressed. And then I kind of felt bad, because like I was mad that the folks around me didn't realize it. So like, they'll notice other little things, like you not doing this or this and that. That's how I feel like a lot of parents did. That's why I had my mama give y'all the tips, because a lot of parents will be honest about stuff, but they don't even think to ask us like what's going on, because that shit, I mean, sorry, maybe they going through it too. So yeah, so I just sent my mom and my dad like a long message about what's going on with me and stuff, like how I was feeling, about how they wasn't like, I feel like they wasn't there for me and stuff. And then I could tell like it made them feel a certain type of way, and they definitely like, I could say after that I feel like a relief had came like on me about it, the situation. I could definitely feel like our relationship got better after that. And then I feel like I could talk to her more about it after that. And also I feel like my dog had passed away, and I feel like that was like an opening for me to like express myself, because like on top of being sad, it just felt like that was just like a light opening moment. I can't really explain it like how I'm trying to say it, like, but it just felt like when that happened, like I was real sad, but I felt like crying was like me finally letting all of it go, because it was like I was crying real bad, and it just felt like that happening was just like the icing on top of all of it to like finally express it. So then yeah, like I said, I sent the message, and then after that I finally like just, my mama, she had a conversation with me, and she told me that depression actually like running my family, like folks in her family had it. And then that's when I like started to feel okay about it. Like, not okay, but like, I was like, okay, well maybe I do suffer from it. So when I finally kind of like figured I suffered from it, I didn't think nothing was like wrong with me or nothing. I just figured like, hey, I might as well look at it like, okay, well what come with it? How do I battle with it? And like, of course I got people in my life that I talk to, but I slick do it by myself. Like, not by myself, but I find my own ways. Like, everybody gotta find their own individual stuff. Like, I can't tell y'all to go do this, go do that. Like, that might not be for you. You gotta find what works for you. Like, for me, I know like listening to music, playing the game, or like even just walking my dog, getting fresh air, like that just felt like I was in a whole new world. Like, just get out the house. Like, you gotta get out what's in it. Waking up early, trying to find something productive. Like, cause when I was depressed, I ain't want to have no job. I mean, of course, who don't want to make money, but I ain't want to do nothing. Like, I just want to sit in the house, and I felt bad and down on myself all day. And then like the anxiety was like, I was always worrying about the next thing, or like I was always worried about what I'm gonna do after this and after that, and I ain't even completed the first step first. That's why I say, like, I always tell myself I can't do nothing really about 5 years. I can't control that, but I can control right now and make sure I set myself up for the next 5 years, if y'all understand that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting stuff. Like I said, I'm not the best at talking. I really don't even want to be doing this, but I just feel like it's not necessarily my responsibility, but I just feel like it's in me to help somebody who might not even know that they got it. So yeah, that was my personal story. That's me go in my video again. So I hope y'all can find it in y'allselves. Anybody want to talk to me about it, or they feel like they need to talk to somebody, I'm there. I'm pretty relatable. Like, I'm good at helping folks with any situation. So yeah.